Hello everyone, my name is Oksana. It's road to Edoverse Weekly Edoverse Insider, the 91st. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And Edo Tokugawa-san, could you please open the session today?
Okay, thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. So this is the last installment on the Sankin Kotai, the annual movement visitation of the daimyo to Edo, and then, and then back. Now, as the daimyos became relatively poor towards the middle of the Tokugawa period, also this enormous procession for the Sankin Kotai would become a burden that was very heavy. So it was really literally eating away the financial health of the daimyo. So one daimyo very close to the shogun was the Sakai of present-day Yamagata-ken in the northeast, and they're the most loyal family, I would say, and also the northernmost as well. So and then please remember, all the daimyo would be born in Edo and then would grow up in Edo. And upon their becoming the lord, the daimyo, they would enter their dominion for the first time. So, and when that occasion came for the Sakai, this is in the mid-Tokugawa time, so in the early 18th century, I believe. So a couple of years before that, his father had served as a shogun minister. And this is a feudal personnel system, so a large part of the expenses of the office of a minister, all the daimyo in that position would have to pay from his own pockets. So becoming a minister and serving with conscience had, eaten a large part of the revenues and the savings. So when this young Sakai became the lord and he would go back to his own dominion, and then there's not enough money, simply. So, but it's a long journey, just like it is today from Tokyo to Shonai, Yamagata. There's no Shinkansen connection. The highway connections are bad, and you have to take a plane. It's a nice view, by the way. But anyway, so the daimyo office in Shonai sent a messenger telling the young daimyo that so they would have to leave Edo with insufficient funds, but they will have a rendezvous in Fukushima, right in the middle, and then the remains of the funds will be delivered there. But when the young Sakai arrived in Fukushima, there was no one from his own dominion. So he had to stay in Fukushima for another 2 weeks until they could scrape together cash and bring it to him. So, and then, yes, he burst into tears. So if this almost annual duty of Sankin Kotai could not be performed for insufficient funds, then if there is a war, could we ever serve properly? Yes. So, but this was the reality. And this is also the reality of pacification. Okay, so when the shogunate itself, in spite of its seigniorage privilege, so it would debase gold coins from time to time to help its own finances. But it still got into financial trouble. And the 8th shogun Yoshimune is known to be the great reformer, but he tried to improve the shogunate finances by charging all the daimyo, money. Yes, so he tried to tax the daimyo according to their domain dominions, the size of the dominion expressed in the amount of rice they could harvest. And then he in exchange, he let the daimyo loosen the Sankin Kotai obligation. So it was 1 year in Edo and then the next year in the own dominion, but he made it like half a year in Edo and the remaining 18 months in the own dominion, trying to reduce the costs of the more expensive stay. Well, they're staying in Edo. Yes, but Yoshimune was a great reformer because he himself was a daimyo in a very large dominion of the Wakayama before he became shogun. So he understood how daimyo thought. So even with the authority of the shogun, he could not go ahead and just charge all the daimyo. So he had to loosen the conditions, loosen the burden in exchange for taxing the daimyo, so to speak. But eventually, because although it was very costly for the daimyo, they liked life in Edo more. I think I mentioned this in the past, but and you go to all over Japan, the local population today would say that the local daimyo loved this town where they ruled, and the people loved them, and so on and so forth. But the reality is that all the daimyo would rather stay in Edo, where they have their friends, their family, and life is more enjoyable. But anyway, so eventually the Sankin Kotai would become an annual event, but just that the size of the procession would get smaller and smaller. And I think it was in, sometime in the 1860s that finally, in exchange for the daimyo, all the daimyo started modernizing their militaries, that the shogun finally abandoned this custom. And it was less than 10 years before the shogunate finally collapsed, and then there was the Meiji Restoration. So the Sankin Kotai, this procession, is one of the representative features of Tokugawa Japan, and in fact, it was the pillar of the Tokugawa system of rule. Okay, so that will be enough for the Sankin Kotai. And from next week, I'll move on to another topic. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san. And JJ, could you please continue our session today? Hello.
Sure. Thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. Currently, there's not so much update from my side because Edoverse gaming environment is ready to be launched by this year end, and then finalize some of the smart contract, which allow you to switch gaming point to Zenny and Koban. So it's just a time of matter. So just be patient to see our latest version this year end. And cryptocurrency market, as you can see, it's shaking and shaking and shaking and shaking so much. So basically, Binance is in severe situation and conditions because they are attacked by U.S. government, and they said they have to pay some fines, which is like 4.5 billion, so huge fund. And then if they don't pay that fine, they might be, CZ might be in jail, so for 1.5 years. It's a bit sad news and surprising news, but might be settled down quite soon. So one of the biggest exchange and one of the key guy in cryptocurrency, definitely CZ and Binance has a super huge presence, and then they are now in severe conditions. This is cryptocurrency market. So last year FTX, this year Binance. So amazing news every day. But from my perspective, CZ did not wrong, I think, because they just seek for some decentralized nice society based on Binance, and they try to create some peaceful and fairness society globally based on the blockchain, but they couldn't do that because centralized US is much stronger than Binance. So this is a kind of philosophical problem. Decentralized world or centralized world, which is going to be winner or not, And then currently, Binance looks like a loser. US government is going to be winner because US government is going to approve BTC ETF. Means like they can collect a lot of fiat currency globally to let them buy BTC. So once they approve BTC ETF, then they can collect a lot of cash globally. So Binance tried to collect funds globally based on decentralized exchange, but they couldn't. And then they look almost like they give up with continuing, Binance this ecosystem. So yeah, that's my learning from this currency market. And also there's another risk for CZ because they mint BNB. It looks like a securities token or securities itself. So once USSC trying to define BNB is going to be securities, then another penalty and another fine is going to CZ. So it's still, I cannot say settle down. So we need to, carefully see the cryptocurrency market and who will be the winner. But I think the ideal society CZ try to seek for is not wrong. And then US bonds, interest rate, and inflation market, anything problem we are facing is caused by centralized countries. So who knows who will be the winner? So what we can do is just we concentrate on what we can do for our futures based on Edoverse. Yeah, that's enough from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, JJ. It seems like a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah, definitely. You have
but,
to be careful as well.
Yes. Also, we have Mitsushi with us today. Hello.
Hello, long time no see. I managed to deal with so many problems in past few weeks. Now I finally have time to join this call. And also, as the previous speaker referred to, the fact that CZ stepped down from the position of CEO from Binance was the biggest news, obviously. I think now we need to sort of leverage this momentum and opportunity for renewing the industry as a whole, especially with regards to anti-money laundering, because the main critique or criticism against cryptocurrency and also centralized exchange was about its relation or its possibility to be abused by illegal organization or anti-social force or criminal organization or non-state actors and terrorist organizations are always those illegal organization or anti-social force have malicious intent to abuse cryptocurrency and centralized crypto exchange for money laundering. So now it's great timing for us to renew the industry and sort of spare resources for how we should cope with anti-money laundering, or what are the possible countermeasures for anti-money laundering related activity kind of stuff. I think that's always main issue. It's going to be the main issue, main agenda when we hear about this kind of news that the CEO of centralized exchange steps down. I think I don't have particular solution for that, but I think a lot of corporations and also government will propose plethora of countermeasures and solutions with regards to money laundering. I think that's great momentum, because when this industry becomes much more healthier, I think a lot more people will start using this cryptocurrency and crypto assets, and the value and the price and the value proposition of these assets will go up in the future if this kind of sort of legal measure is fully implemented or introduced. So we should just positively interpret this momentum so that this industry will grow even further and become much more healthier compared to the past. I think that's the obviously biggest news. And also this news impact us Edoverse as well, because in order for this Metaverse kind of projects or Web3 project to be bigger, I think wider range of stakeholders should join the ecosystem, so that we should frame or brand this kind of project as very sort of secure, healthy, and sort of sustainable project as much as possible. So when the industry as a whole is seen as a healthy or secure industry, a lot more people will join the ecosystem. A lot more people will pay attention to Metaverse and Web3, so that we can gravitate more acquisition of new customers. I think that's the update from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shi. And also, Dominique, could you please sum up today's session?
Thank you, Oksana. That is hello everyone. It's Edoverse is now 1 month to go. So please just wait for just another 1 month, and then we're trying to fix everything that to launch the games and everything for ecosystem. I hope that actually people can just enjoy it. And then I see that GJ's really actually tells us the scary story about the crypto market. But what we can do just in this market is very, very simple, because the Edoverse is actually the metaverse that people can just enjoy, and then there's a tokenomics and some ecosystem there that people can just enjoy everything, economic activities, and also the game, and also a lot of fun. So hope that we want to concentrate on this, and then of course that's we want to the compliance, is very important. So we try to just fix everything just in this ecosystem, and then we want that the Edoverse launch from the next early next year. It will be actually people can just enjoy it. So and then the 1 month actually we are just doing that a lot of sort of final efforts just on a technical basis to make some security matters and the many things. The people are really busy. But the one just sad news is that Shunta is actually temporarily just left the project, and then I hope that he can come back very soon again. But now Edoverse, just from next year, because it's the launch of the Edoverse, that we want to strengthen the team. So hope that the people just coming in the Edoverse more, and then so we would just be actually really sort of very healthy, and also the big the gaming, and also the play to earn ecosystem from next year. So please just wait for that a little more, and then enjoy Edoverse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominica, and thank you everybody for speaking today. And thank you everybody for patiently waiting for Edoverse launch. So we will meet also next week. Goodbye.